Picture this. A 23-year-old walks into Judge Caprio's courtroom wearing designer clothes and an attitude that screams privilege. He's facing a routine speeding ticket, should take 5 minutes tops. But when Judge Caprio starts reviewing the case, this young man does something shocking. He doesn't just defend himself, he threatens the entire courtroom. "I'm the governor's son. You better watch how you talk to me." The room falls dead silent. Every eye turns to Judge Frank Caprio, waiting to see how he'll respond to a threat wrapped in arrogance. Will he back down? Will he blow up? Will he let power decide justice? What happens next is a single sentence, 10 words, and one of the most perfectly delivered lessons in humility this courtroom has ever seen. Subscribe now, because what you're about to witness is why Judge Caprio is legendary. Not for raising his voice, but for knowing exactly when to lower it. Wednesday, 11:30 a.m., Providence Municipal Court. The bailiff calls the next case, not realizing what's about to unfold. Case number 7842, Derek Hastings. Excessive speed. A young man strides, not walks, to the podium like he's entering a nightclub he owns. Mid-20s, sharp haircut, designer jacket that probably costs more than most people's rent. Everything about his posture screams, "I don't belong here with these regular people." Judge Caprio greets him politely. "Good morning, Mr. Hastings." Derek barely glances up. "Morning." "No, Your Honor, no respect." Judge Caprio catches it instantly, but stays composed. "Mr. Hastings, you're cited for going 58 in a 35 on Thayer Street. That's a residential zone with multiple crosswalks. Can you explain what happened?" Derek shrugs. "I was late for brunch. The road was clear. Not a big deal. Not a big deal. You were going 23 miles over the limit. Look, nobody got hurt. I'm a good driver. This is just revenue collection disguised as safety." A ripple moves through the courtroom. That level of disrespect toward a judge? Rare. Judge Caprio's tone tightens just slightly. "Mr. Hastings, this court takes traffic safety very seriously. Excessive speed in residential zones puts pedestrians at risk, and that's when Derek makes his biggest mistake." He leans forward, smirks, and drops the line that changes everything. "Do you know who I am?" "I'm Governor Hastings's son. So maybe you should watch how you talk to me." Gasps, murmurs, all eyes on the bench. Has this kid just sealed his fate? Or will his father's title protect him? Judge Caprio goes still. Not angry, just still. His eyes lock on Derek with quiet intensity. The silence stretches, 5 seconds, 10, 15. Every heartbeat in the room can be heard. Derek starts to squirm. Finally, Judge Caprio speaks, calm but powerful. "Mr. Hastings, let me be sure I heard you correctly. You just told me to watch how I talk to you because you're the governor's son. Is that right?" "I'm just saying you might want to consider who you're dealing with here." "Who I'm dealing with?" Caprio repeats. "Let me tell you who I'm dealing with, Mr. Hastings. I'm dealing with someone who drove nearly 60 in a 35, someone who showed no remorse for endangering pedestrians, and someone who thinks his father's position makes traffic laws optional. My father is— I know who your father is." Caprio cuts him off, softly but decisively. "Governor Richard Hastings. I've met him several times. He's a dedicated public servant who worked his way up from city council, and I'm certain he'd be mortified by your behavior today." Derek's smirk fades. "Mr. Hastings," Caprio continues, "you used your father's name as a shield against accountability. Let me ask, do you think your father breaks laws and threatens judges when he's caught?" "I didn't threaten. You told me to watch how I talk to you. In what world isn't that a threat?" The prosecutor finally speaks up. "Your Honor, for the record, threatening a judicial officer can result in contempt charges." Derek's eyes widen. He wasn't expecting this. Judge Caprio raises a hand. "That won't be necessary." Yet, then he turns back to Derek. "Your father's position means nothing in this courtroom. If the governor himself stood here, he'd face the same law. That's justice. But let me add something else. Being related to someone powerful doesn't make you powerful. You know what does? Character, integrity, respect, none of which you've shown today. From the gallery, a veteran blurts, "Tell him, Judge!" Soft laughter follows. The tension breaks just a little. Derek tries to pivot. "Look, Your Honor, I think we got off on the wrong foot. I apologize if I came off bad. Can we just pay the fine and move on?" Caprio studies him. "You want to pay a fine and leave? No remorse, no responsibility, just money and go?" I'm sorry about the speeding." "Are you sorry for speeding, or just sorry you got caught?" The silence returns. The entire courtroom,